Technology integration, visual graphics, and long-term memory retention. Building digital delivery of concepts. Instructional lesson creation. 3 digital lessons. This lesson is lesson 2. Building a Garageband recording. How to build a simple digital lesson in Keynote in Garageband. Project 2, Garageband. We'll begin our assignment here in opening up GarageBand. Once again, go to the dock, select GarageBand, open it up. Your first screen, you'll receive a screen like this with new project. We're going to start with a new project, and what we're going to select is voice, since we're going to record our voice. You can double click voice, or you can click on it one time and click choose. You want to save the name of this project, and we'll call it GarageBand or GB lesson right angles. Then go ahead and create it. What we're going to do in lesson 3 is we're going to come back and tie GarageBand in with our Keynote to make a final product. This first screen that pops up here, you have choice. You can click a female basic or a male basic, or you can come down here and you can go ahead and create a whole new track. Since we're going to go ahead and create our basic track, we're going to go ahead and use the male one, and then we'll record. I'll point out again that you already have your step-by-step instructional lesson that you're going to use. You used that when you did your Keynote, and you're going to use the same notes in building your GarageBand because you want them to match up. Now, what you do is you'll come down the bottom here and you'll click record if you're ready to record. If you want to add music, you have an option to add music. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use our built-in microphone, and we're going to go ahead and create a GarageBand assignment for the lesson that we created in Keynote. To begin, we'll go ahead and you can click record. Step-by-step instructions on building a right angle objective. Right angle is an angle that bisects the angle formed by two halves of a straight line. The example of a 90-degree right angle. How many right angles do you see in the house that we have in this picture? Count each right angle. How many do you come up with? I will call on one of you in class for that answer. Next, your assignment will be to go home tonight and take pictures of items you find that may have right angles, or you may bring in pictures of items that you believe have right angles. Tomorrow, you'll create your own digital story about right angles. We went ahead and hit stopped, and as you see up here, the recording is stopped. Come up here, take the arrow, let's drag that line back, you can go back to beginning. Another way to do it is come down here and hit this button. It'll go to the beginning of the song or whatever you have recorded. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Step-by-step instructions on building a right angle objective. Right angle is an angle that bisects the angle formed by two halves of a straight line. As you see, this sounds pretty good. So we'll go ahead and use this in our discussion. We can always come back and doctor it up some more later on. But up here, I want to point out that it was kind of light. We want to make sure we have a lot of volume on this area. We go ahead and click play. Degree, right angle. And you can hear it a little bit louder. And that's where you adjust that. Once again, we want to go back to the beginning. Since we're here and it's a very basic, simple lesson, we want to go ahead and try something else, and let's add some background music. So bottom in the right hand corner, right here, you'll see a little icon. It looks like music. Go ahead and click on that. And what it's going to do is going to pull your music up on your computer. What kind of movies do you have, or music, etc.? We got music here, and we have all kinds of different music. Of course, you'll want to use some music you have rights to, and so forth. In this example, we're just going to select one of them. Oh, I don't know much about what's on here. I'm just going to go ahead and click on one, and let's see what it sounds like. Double click it. So that sounds like a good track. Well, we're not going to use the whole segment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drag this over to the middle of the screen here and drop it. Just let go. It's going to import that whole music there. There it is. I can click on it and drag it over here and so forth. I may not want to use the whole track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this music again and see how it sounds in my recording. Step-by-step instructions on building a right angle objective. As you can see, it's starting to get louder and louder. Bisects the angle formed by two halves of a straight line. The example of a 90-degree right. Okay, maybe I don't want to use that whole segment. What I do want to use is about right to this starting here. And what I'll do is, since I'm selected on this one area, I'll pull it back to this area. I'll go ahead and come up here to the top. I'll go ahead and select split. I did this. We could do a shortcut right here if we want to. But we'll go ahead and click on split. Now let's split that part. Now I want to delete this part. Only thing I have to do is hit the delete key. As you can see, there it is. That's where we want to start it. Okay, what I want to do is I want to start at the very beginning. I'm going to drag it all the way back to the very beginning. There we go, very beginning. Now I want to go down here to the very end. I see it goes on and on and on. What I may want to do is go back down, get my marker, drag it down to where I want it to go. And I could drop it, and I could figure out I want to start here. You see everything stopped up here. Let's just go here. I'm going to show you how to do two of them. I'm going to come up here again. I'm going to click edit. I'm going to split it. Now I want to take this part of it and delete it. Go ahead and delete. Now let's just say I want to even up the top one too. So I'm going to click on the top track, which is my voice, and I'm going to delete this part off. I'm going to go edit, split it, click on the one I want to delete and hit the delete button. There I got the track. Now I'm going to go ahead and click this button down here, go to the very beginning. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Oh, too loud. So what you need to do is come back to the beginning, come down to this track where the music track is, and pull that way down. You can adjust that on the fly too. As you see, we got high and we got low. Let's see how that turns out.
Step-by-step instructions
If you want to lower it some more,
a right angle objective.
because you don't want it to overpower your presentation.
Right angle is an angle that bisects the angle formed by two halves of a straight line. The example of a 90-degree right angle. How many right angles do you see in the house? And we have.
Let's just say you didn't want that background music. Okay? You can always come back here at the beginning where we just heard a little segment of it. And you could just pick a certain part of it. Let's just say we want just this soundtrack. Once again, go ahead and split it. Click on the one you don't want, delete. As you see, we don't have much in there. So what we need to do is pull this down and repeat it all the way to where we want to go. And then let go. Hit play.
Angle is an angle that bisects the angle formed by two halves of a straight line.
As you can hear,
count each right angle.
we still got sound.
How many do you come up with?
So here's another thing you can do, and that's a great thing about this program. That's why I'm pointing it out to you. If you only want a certain amount of sound here and you want to continue to repeat, once again, edit, split, click on it, delete. Now you see this return here? What we're going to do is have it repeat itself repeatedly until the very end. Okay, there you go. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go down here at the beginning. I'm going to pull this down here to the middle, save some time. And I'm going to hit play.
How many right angles do you see in the house?
Now you got rid of the
We have
person
this
singing.
picture.
Now you got just music. There
Count
you go.
each right angle.
I think that would be good to
How
test
many
out
do
and
you
live with.
come up with?
That would be good. Now, that is Garageband. We got a simple Garageband presentation. If I want to pull this back to the very beginning, I could do that too. Now, I want to save this, so I'll go to File, Save As, and we're going to go Garageband Lesson Right Angles. And we're going to put a 1 on it. We're going to go ahead and save this to our desktop. And then we're going to go ahead and click Save. When we save it, we are saving it into iTunes. It will go ahead and compile it, and it'll be ready to go. After we save this project here, we'll go ahead and go to Share, Send Song to iTunes. We'll save it in My Playlist and share. Now this is the part where it's putting it in iTunes for us. Once it's done, it will continue. It will go ahead and kick off and play. There you go.
Step-by-step instructions on building a right angle objective.
There you
Right
go.
angle is an angle
That sounds
that
pretty good.
bisects the angle.
That sounds like it worked pretty well. Now we got our recording put into iTunes to be used later on. Now on the third assignment, we're going to take our GarageBand and our Keynote, join them together, and make our digital lesson.